I'm mostly in my own zone. You know what I mean? However, I keep up via the internet with what's happening. If it's something that I really feel I should check out, I'll check out. But do I have time to just sit there and buy every album, listen to it, and go through it and be like, yeah, I like this, or I don't like this? Not really. Right now, I mean, you would have to definitely say Mike Will.
Why Mike Will?
I mean, he's every other record on the radio. You know? Mustard is super dope.
DJ Mustard.
Yeah, I like DJ Mustard. You know, he's got this like unorthodox slap with that I love. The bounce, like that whole new Cali bounce is crazy. Aside from them two,
Young Chop.
Yeah, probably Young Chop. You know, it's like Chop has this crazy unorthodox swing that's just super aggressive and makes you want to just punch somebody. You know? So yeah, I'll probably put him as a third there, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't think I can name all time. There's so many. I mean, at that point, you even if you stay within hip hop, I mean, you have the Q-Tips, the Marley Marls, Large Professors, Prince Paul, people who have made these seminal albums that have influenced the way that we all make records now. You know what I mean? So that's tough for me. I could say like my favorites, not necessarily the best, but my favorites, probably Large Professor, Premier, just for the immense catalog and the integrity that he maintained along with it throughout that entire stretch that he's still on. Third would be tough, you know, maybe RZA. It's tough. Like I said, I'm not good with top lists because there's too much good stuff out there to just narrow it down like that.
I mean, can you listen to a producer these days and say, this dude gonna be around for a long ass time, or a year, 2 years from now, you're not gonna hear from this dude? Because you know something, you have a lot more rappers with longevity
Right.
than producers.
Yeah, I mean, there are very few producers that maintain longevity for more than 2 or 3 years.
Right.
You know,
Lex Luger was on fire a few years ago, on fire. Not to say he's not super talented. I just haven't heard anything from Lex Luger recently.
Right.
Which made me think that he's not getting the placements anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, it could be a lot of things that contribute to the rise and fall of a producer. I think for me, the reason I think that I've been able to maintain and always maintain a good wave, you know, over the course of these past 15 years is I've never really pigeonholed myself into a sound or a style or even a kind of like a genre, even though obviously what I do is mostly rooted in hip hop. You know, like you could take 5 of my records.
Well, not to interrupt you, but you know, at one point when you heard the sped up soul samples, you're like, okay, that's just Blaze. But, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't ride that to death.
Right, that's what I'm
you
saying.
had an era of doing that, and then I felt you were smart enough to stop doing that shit when, you know, people got tired of hearing that particular thing.
Exactly. It's like, you know, if you take let's just take 5 of my records. You could take Jay-Z Dynasty Intro, Public Service Announcement, Rock the Mic, Flip Side, and Lord Knows. None of those records really sound the same. You know what I mean? I've always tried to just hop in and out of lanes, feelings, moods, and I think one of the reasons that I've been able to do that fairly well is because, like I said earlier, for me it all comes back to DJing. You know, when you're a DJ and you DJ as long as I have, you know, you learn about how songs are structured, what works with people, what resonates with people, what doesn't work or resonate with people, what makes people feel a certain way when they're in a club, what makes people feel a certain way when they're in their car, you know, like, and just knowing how to attack all those different moods and parts of people's lives. It all accounts for something. Like, you can't be in the club 24/7. You can't be depressed and angry 24/7. You're not gonna be washing your dishes and mowing your lawn 24/7. There's music for all of those things. And when they say it's the soundtrack to your life, it really is. You know, like, think about how many songs that you could think of that remind you of what you were doing in 8th grade on this particular day, or something that happened during your high school graduation. You know what I mean? Like, so I've always kind of made it a point to tap into all of that. And I think that's part of the reason why I've been able to maintain as long as I have. And just, you know, learn to adapt with the times and the sounds and put your own spin on whatever's happening at that time.
tell my son, man, you can't afford me, man.
You gonna charge him for a verse, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure. He got money.
Dave Chappelle is a different type of animal, man. His comedic talent and timing is like no other. And I gotta honestly say, I can't disagree in any way, shape, or form.